Hello, making a video with Papa Dog together. Just before I start, I want to say that I was glad yesterday that I made the video. I'm glad that I said all of this to my therapist, Tablet, and I think it is very important that people know where I stand emotionally, not just where I stand politically and worldview, but why? Why I have these very strong convictions, why is this? So I share that with you, because I think that's very, very important. If this tablet was only to record it, but it would be impossible technologically for me to upload this to the public, then I wouldn't do the videos, of course, because that's kind of like going to a psychiatrist who's deaf, who can't hear me. So I can maybe write to him, but it's also that's not quite the same. So that's why I talk to this tablet. The tablet uploads it to you, and so in a roundabout way I talk to you, my anonymous audience, and it feels good because when I make these videos, it feels like I am talking to someone actually. Even if no one would watch this, I still feel like there is a possibility maybe that someone would watch my videos, and some people do, and I doubt that there's anyone who actually really gets it, or maybe just one person or two, who, and they don't watch all of my videos. So I don't know if someone, I don't know if you agree with this. Maybe in secret you do, maybe because it's so politically incorrect, it can chase away customers and friends and all of this. Even being seen under my video is already taking a great risk, I tell you that. But you know what? If we don't step forward, if we don't make the move forward to shining the light onto injustice, okay, and a lot of people close both eyes because of some kind of shame or like ancestor guilt or something, they have to close their eyes and say, oh, I didn't see it. Out of sight, out of mind. I didn't see it. If I said something, then I would be looked at as a bigot or racist or fascist. So if I say something against religion, I'll be viewed as a fascist or as, who are you? Why are you doing this? I got all of these responses from people. So someone has to say something. If you don't like my videos, you don't have to watch them. So there's always that option, watch someone else's videos. But I make these videos for myself to get it off my chest, and with the hope that maybe someone hears me, maybe someone feels better, and maybe someone else will step up too towards light, towards making the world a better place. So that's why I make these videos, and I felt a lot better yesterday after making that video, after crying, and after saying how I really feel about this situation. So anyway, this is sort of like a sequel, but not a crying one and not an angry one. So it is a jolly one, a jolly sequel. So that you see, I'm not always feeling down and out. I'm not always in the gutter emotionally. So it's an up and down throughout my whole life, and I guarantee you this. I'm not a therapist, but I can tell you how it is for me, and I am very, very convinced that it is the case for other people too. If you flow with it, and the Buddhists have been saying this for thousands and thousands of years. And Sri Krishnamurti talking to David Bohm about this right now here live in the background. Well, it's not live. They don't exist anymore. Those are my deceased friends. But they are my companions. They're my path finding companions. And Sri Krishnamurti is my highest philosopher and teacher. And it's non-religious, and there is no worshipping, but there is real listening going on. And he has been helping me a whole lot emotionally. He helped me through a panic attack in 2012. But anyway, subject Facebook. Now I already said that in my other videos that there's this automatic calling feature that you can't turn off. You cannot delete an account anymore. So once you got on there, you are caught on there, whether you like it or not. And someone said you can freeze your account in. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Like freeze it in so the customers in quotation marks can still use it and still enjoy your video and photo collection that you have on there. I say enjoy in a Bodel mother type of sense. And I don't know what they are going to do with this. They might even, I don't know what's going to happen. They might even imposter me, or someone might hijack my entire channel. I have no idea, but I don't trust any of this. But I mean, that doesn't mean I have to go into hiding now and say, oh, throw the entire internet out of the window. That's like throwing the kid out with the bathtub. And I've seen people who want to actually do that, and that is not a good idea, okay? And I am not taking sides with any of these. Any. I'm not taking the sides with the nihilist, ethicist, murder promoter, Muslim, Christian, not even with the Buddhist religion. I've talked to many fanatical Buddhists and people who grew up in the Buddhist countries and societies, and they are every single bit as close-minded as the Muslims and Christians and anyone else, any other religion. Jehovah's Witnesses. So one of the most close-minded group on earth. So there's no way they are able to look beyond that football stadium of the Jehovah's Witness realm. They're not even allowed to fraternize. They use that word. It comes from Latin. That means make brotherhood with someone else, with someone outside of that football stadium. Not allowed. Okay. So then we have Muslims who take it a step further. They are allowed to fraternize. Not just that, they're allowed to mingle and date and rape. And if you don't belong to their religion, and if you do anything wrong, according to their religion, then they are allowed to kill you, rape you, torture you, no telling what they might do. So I talked about this yesterday. I'm not going to get into this now, but just wanted to make sure that people do understand this. Okay, really do have an overview over what's happening in the world. Here's this, there's this, there's this. Okay. And it is very clear, very crystal clear. It is there, and we need to open our eyes and we need to look at it. That is very, very important. Look at your religion, question it, question your own beliefs, question why you believe it. Maybe you have been brainwashed. Look at it and don't shy away from the truth. And then think this through, the whole thing, okay? So anyway, Mark Zuckerberg is a bordel mother, okay? There is no way around it. The way he has set up that communication website is so incredible. It takes so much power out of the individual customer that it has nothing to do anymore with civil rights. It's totally outside of civil rights. It's outside of it's outside of any kind of personal power, legislation, and empowerment. And it only plays into the funnel of money, of making more connections among the people. You know, I had been slowing down with my responses when I was on Facebook, and then suddenly he had that on before last year. I think it's always around somewhere, the winter time. He turns that on, that feature. I guess until too many people complain, then he turns it back. He goes, oh, okay, sorry, it was just an accident. I didn't mean to. So, but anyway, I hadn't been responding, and now this, it had been a little bit nipped and tucked, from whoever is designing that website. My options have been quite tampered with, and suddenly I am getting text messages that pop up, and I cannot do anything about it. It just freezes everything in until I have either responded or turned it off, and it takes a while. And then one message pops up over another. So if I have some older friends there, and if I am talking to them right in the middle of writing something, it takes me a long time sometimes to formulate my sentences, particularly when it has something to do with politics and animal rights. It takes me a while, and then right in the middle of typing, another message window opens up right on top of it, and I was still writing to the other person. And so anyway, all of this is bordellism. Okay, I don't have another term for this, and it is wrong. And my appeal is, as I made the other video for Petra Ecclestone, I need someone to sponsor and help. I need someone to help me, someone highly technological. Ben Goertzel, if you can, or anyone, if anyone who is a highly techy brain and who is working on this, and if you're working on AI development, create that website and include me into it, because I have ideas for it. I have creative ideas. I'm an artist. There's my painting in the background. I paint, I sculpt, I'm constantly creating beauty and visual art, visually enjoyable art, 3D, real art, real sculptures and stuff. Here, I'll show you this one here. For example, it's not finished, but this is an artwork it's a sculpture. Of course, it is a printer packaging. But I added the eye, and has become somewhat of a dog. So anyway, that will hang nicely on the wall. Okay. But yeah, so I make these kind of things all the time. And I have the right brain for a project like this, you know. And my idea is to have a paint program in the center of the communication website. And it's not just a dating website, it's not just to find old friends, it's not a Facebook type of thing. It is something much better, you know. It's a therapeutic website for all of us, and we can communicate with each other, and people are allowed to flirt, and they can send sexy photos, they can have an entire photo album, and they can put sexy photos of themselves, and yeah, they can even put nudes in it. Those are allowed, you know. I mean, I don't know if it's legal in the United States or whatever. They're so funny about these kind of things. But not, you know, not a nude on the actual profile photo. The actual profile photo should have the person's actual face and dressed, like, you know, face and shoulders, and dressed up and made himself look representative and representable, and you know, so that one can really see the face, the eyes, the expression. I think that's very, very important. And it should be a real name, but it could be Flower Power, or it could be, you know, a nice name, let's put it that way. A nice name. It could be 3 names or 2 names, but not something like Mega Duper Motherfucker or something like this. So that should not be allowed. There shouldn't be anything negative on it, you know, nothing bully nature, you know, no bullying. The bullying needs to be completely outlawed on that, in that cyber realm that I would like to create. Bullies need to be immediately banned, immediately blocked and banned, never allowed. Whoever posted or created their profile, you know, you use a specific email address for it. Once they are banned, that email address is no longer allowed to make another account. So I would keep it very strict with this, because I want people to go to a place. You know, some people are in a hospital, they can't walk or something. There's a lot of people in hospitals, and also elderly people that also would like to make friends and talk about their lives and maybe paint something, you know. And I think that would be very therapeutic for them to do. And they don't want to deal with bullies. They are so tired of it. They're literally sick and tired of it. And it's just so annoying, and it's just awful to deal with this, to deal with people who who are harassing one, either sexually, you know, when there's just too much coming on in such bold ways, and people are tired of this, you know. So, and I want to also give those people who are addicted to sex or any addiction, I want to give those people a chance to heal on that website, and not have something like this be more intensified through any kind of group. That there's a lot of groups on Facebook. You know, it can be used in a good way, but it's also used in bad ways. And a lot of those, you know, like beauty contestant groups type of thing, you know, pretty girls from around the world. You know, this always invites measurement, comparison, jealousy, and it just intensifies the pain in people that is already there. I want to dissolve that. I want to give people an equal chance to heal and to communicate and to express themselves and to voice their opinions in politics and to shout out and to cry and to really go with the flow of it, of the emotions, and be totally present with that moment, maybe for the first time in their lives, and paint something at the center of this website with that wonderful paint program. The paint programs, they had the online paint programs have been becoming so much better. I have a fantastic paint program in this tablet that is built in, but that technology has been developed even further since then, and there are amazing paint programs already for free on the internet that you can use, that you can put that in your favorite list, and you can go back to it all the time, and you can paint something. And there was even one of those paint programs that had this feature where it would record your painting process, just the stroke of the brush, and in the sequence that it was painting, and then it would play it back to you like in an accelerated way, so a little faster than you painted it, and not in the same slow or fast movement, but I think in one gradual movement, but faster than you painted it. And then you can, and it's really lovely, and then you can send that painting process as a video. You can send it directly from that website to a friend, and I've done that many times, and people really enjoyed that. But I forgot where it was, so I haven't found it anymore. But anyway, my computers, they always got hacked in, and I had to set it all up new, and so in the process of that I lost a lot of good stuff that was there that I have found in the past. But yeah, something like this can be used for that website that I want to make. And I also have ideas about eventually creating a non-alcoholic, non-smoking, non-drug bar, some kind of ambient techno bar that has video in a panoramic view on the walls and on the ceiling as well. And maybe it can be some kind of dome building with a dome roof, round it, so that it will be easy for the projectors to project the video monitor, so the entire picture of the video on the entire inside of that dome house. That would be very nice. And then have beautiful music like CBL playing, and lovely ocean sounds or nature sounds and stuff like that, and waterfalls, and to bring that kind of energy into cities, to bring nature basically as an energetic form back to the communities that have never seen nature, that have no idea what kind of animals are living out there in the last pristine places on earth. And also to bring it closer to them emotionally, so that they can actually make a connection, an emotional connection to that, and be intrigued later on to go out into nature and experience all of this. So I have a lot of ideas on this, on very concrete ideas, and how to bring positivity and a sense of meaning, of living, of existence back into people's brains, because talking to people on the internet has been very rough and very made me cry a whole lot, but it was also highly educational for me, because I see now the mindsets of people. I see now the incredible anti-education that they have absorbed, and the uninformation, and the lack of information, the lack of real information. So most people they have been deprived of information that is energetically important for our health, and also they have been deprived of knowledge that is so utterly important. I mean, I can't I can't even express in words how important it is. You know, I can express it in form of art, maybe. Yeah. This is how important real information is. So, and real feelings of being in the flow, being in the now, and having love and compassion for another living beings. The world is crumbling down before our eyes. Let's make something. There are options. We can make it better. I know that the corporate agenda financially thrives on the downfall of children and teenagers and so on. They really thrive on it financially. They suck. They're like vampires. They're financial vampires. They're energetic vampires. They are the worst psychic vampires there are in the whole world. Is the corporate agenda and their market psychologists. And it's what they do to make people even more helpless, more unempowered. There are so many people that committed suicide because of having been bullied and having been compared to others. Jiddu Krishnamurti himself has been talking about this his entire life, how this comparison to another person is so dangerous for our minds. You know. Don't compare yourself to. Everyone is unique. Everyone has a unique soul. Everyone is on a path of learning. Let's not deprive people of this learning and growing. Okay? So you guys take care. Bye bye.